Toby, it's great to see Sam fulfilling his potential and finally getting into the squad. What do you do around Adam Beard now? And what are the players, if you sort of had come back to your clubs in the past, that you've had to reassemble their ambitions and reassemble their shattered ambitions? How do you get them back?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, probably for, just to be accurate, he's obviously disappointed. He's not shattered, and part of being a professional rugby player has been, not to keep throwing comments your way, but there's two types of players: those that are dropped, and those that are waiting to be dropped. So that's part and parcel of being a professional rugby player, and that resilience you require. That's why they're top performance. They are resilient to setback, and the true greats all have get past various elements of trauma. So that's part and parcel of his growth as a human being, but also as a player, because this will come around again for sure. So how he responds and how specific he is around his development and his improvements will help him to do that. I spend quite a lot of time with Adam, so we're working on some very specific things to fulfil both what he needs to do for the Ospreys and for Wales. And if he does that, I'm pretty confident he'll get back in there. So from that point of view, it's about being really clear, really supportive, and acting on what you say you need to do.
Is it a question just of fine-tuning rather than trying to find things he didn't have in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, again, different coaches have different approaches to that. I champion people personally for what they can do, not for what they can't, and be a very good version of what you actually are. So you're not going to get a 6'8" guy all of a sudden to become a great tackle jackler, for example. But we could look at ways, for example, on how we can use his size to his benefit in the areas that he's been asked to work on, but not at the cost of maintaining and developing his super strength. We get out of bed to do things that we like to do. That's human nature. So it's all about keep pushing the things he's exceptionally good at, and if they want greater competency in different areas, then we'll look at that too. But ultimately, it's still making him to be the very best of what he can be.
When you picked him up, so to speak, as a coach, what did you see in him? And when you heard the news and you had the first conversation with him, what did you say?
Well, I had that conversation in front of the team, actually. So we're very transparent about that. We celebrated Sam, and we supported Adam straight away. So we understand that if the rejection comes to all of us, not just to him, and the boys are really supportive towards him, and that's the sort of culture that we want.
That's a great way to look at it as well. Everybody has the part to play in Sam getting there, and everybody can help Adam get back.
Correct.
Yeah. Great. Sorry, the other thing is, I mean, you were world beaters last week. The way this thing goes is you lose this weekend and you're down amongst the dead men again.
Yeah, I've always loved your gentleman's approach. Thanks very much. Yeah.
But two games don't make a season, do they? So regardless of what happens this weekend, you just want to keep moving forward, I guess.
Yeah. Again, we enjoyed it for what it was, and you can imagine for me personally, and it's not about me, but to get a stake in the ground and moving forward, especially off the back of what's gone on before, was great. I've never been on Twitter. I was asked to be a godfather of someone's child already, so I'm getting to understand Welsh rugby a little bit more, which was great. But no, it's, as you say, it's the next step, and we have to focus on the very next step, and the very next step is Ulster. It's another opportunity to see where we are. It'd be brilliant to get some momentum into the international window from that, but we're very mindful that it's a bit of a journey and we're only 11 weeks into it. So yeah, we're very mindful. Great shoots of recovery, but we need to keep fertilising and watering those shoots to become the team we want to be.